today. Let me just say I am so grateful to be on this stage, especially with veterans in storytelling, and it's cold, or maybe it's not. Well, thanks. So I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria, and come 2014, my family and I are informed that my beautiful mama, my mother, Layla's strange illness, after a year of tests and exams, is breast cancer. Mama is 5'7". She's an amazing cook, a prayerful soul with the prettiest of smile. I take that after her. I know a lot of you may not believe in bad juju, but this just feels like it. Surprisingly, Nigeria, that is known to be the giant of Africa, cannot diagnose this illness, but Cameroon in Central Africa can. So she goes to Cameroon, our homeland, for treatment. Now, 2 months later, I found out that I'm pregnant. And it's the one time in my life that I'm not scared of telling my parents that I am with child. My mother is ill, and at last, I can finally give her a grandchild. Perhaps it will pick up her spirits. In many African cultures, after a woman gets to a certain age, you get asked when you will settle down and start a family, and just like that, you're supposed to find the perfect man, after severe warnings of staying away from men. Now, Mama is not the type to ask this, but during a daughter conversation, mother-daughter conversation, she suggests that I do not just follow degrees or get my degrees, but also tells me to try and settle down and have kids. Now, I tell her I need more degrees. And you know what she says? She smiles and says, "You can go to school, I'll take care of the kids." Mama is from a family of 11, now all from the same parents. And out of all of her siblings, Mama gave birth to the least number of kids, just 3. She's the most advanced in terms of education, but the biggest underachiever in the kids department. Now, at the time, all my female cousins are already mothers, so I can understand her concern. Being pregnant is a little overwhelming, not just a little, lot. But what perfect timing. So usually in Nigeria or Cameroon, being diagnosed with cancer is like preparing for your funeral, regardless of the stage. Now, I stay in Nigeria to work and also to raise funds for medical expenses, because the health system is a no money, no service, just like the name implies. There is nothing like Medicaid or Obamacare or any consideration for finances. Now, 9 months later, with Mom's reassuring voice over the phone, my beautiful baby girl Ziva is born. Now, a few weeks later, both my mother and my beautiful daughter end up passing away. The same year, in November, just a week apart. Now, it's 7 years later, and I'm living in Chicago, recovering from the trauma of losing my mother and child, and starting over. I have my dance classes, my job, friends, thank you, and a full life. I'm also diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, this happens 1 week just after my dad passes away from a stroke. But while my mom's, Ziva, which is my daughter, and my dad's life are all cut short, primarily due to a poor healthcare system, I am thankful and glad to still be here to tell my story and to honor them. As someone in Nigeria told me, if you were here, we would have been planning your funeral. And I'm grateful to be here on this stage in this country. And even though it's very cold in Chicago tonight, I'm glad to be here. Thank you, everyone.